as
He's
a
an agent.
licensed residential realtor is I list my properties low. I come in very low, and I tell sellers like, look, I've been doing this for 24 years. Like, this is not 2022. If you want to sell your property, then take my advice. The strategy is we list it low. We get a lot of eyes on the property. You're able
Yep.
to present yourself to a lot of different buyers. And if you list it low, you're going to get multiple offers, at which time we can then counter those multiple offers asking for highest and best. But if you list your property high, you could either one, get no activity and
Yep.
sit, which is pretty much why 90% of the properties on Zillow have been sitting, is because they're overpriced and there's no activity.
Mond Ellis. This is for my real estate agents. This is one of the biggest hurdles in the real estate space that I talk about. Everybody don't know. It's difficult to explain, but the people don't look at the market. People don't look at the actual real estate cycle itself. A lot of individuals, I love agents, and this is going to seem like I'm going against them, but I'm not. A lot of agents say, hey, we can list your property for this, and we know we can get it sold, and then it's set on the market for years because they think they know. In reality, the truth of the matter is, are you following, or are you looking at just comps? Are you looking at the market? Are you looking at what other people are doing to purchase these properties? I say that because this individual right here, he uses a method where he's qualifying for a loan himself. He's qualifying for a loan to purchase this. And the price point still matters because it's a money game. So let's listen to what he
Properties
said.
out there overpriced. Their sellers are still living in 2002
Yeah.
or 2022, excuse me. And so we are moving firmly and quickly into a buyer's market,
Yeah.
which leads me to say yet again, the equity carry method will allow us to get to their price if they're open to this structure, because we can unlock their equity, and by blending the equity that they're carrying forward plus a DSC, agents do not understand. This is one of the reasons why I'm successful in the real estate game here locally as
He's
a
an agent.
licensed residential realtor. Is I list my properties low. I come in very low, and I tell sellers like, look, I've been doing this for 24 years. Like, this is not 2022. If you want to sell your property, then take my advice. The strategy is we list it low. We get a lot of eyes on the property. You're able
Yep.
to present yourself to a lot of different buyers. And if you list it low, you're going to get multiple offers, at which time we can then counter those multiple offers asking for highest and best. But if you list your property high, you could either one, get no activity and
Yep.
sit, which is pretty much why 90% of the properties on Zillow have been sitting, is because they're overpriced and there's no activity. Buyers are waiting for interest rates to come down. We're probably not going to see anything sub 5.5 until probably 24 months from now.
So I say all that because he's an agent. He's a licensed agent. He's an investor also. He does multiple different strategies. So I can't just say he's an investor. He's an equity player. He lend money out. The whole point that I'm trying to make is before you go out there and do your job, we need to speak to other people in the actual real estate space, not just people you know. That's another big problem. You only speak to people that you know that's in the actual how do you say it, brokerage that you're listed in. That's a bad thing to do. The reason why that's a bad thing to do, he spoke about it. He was talking to another agent, and another agent didn't know what a DCR loan was. I'm a acquisition manager. I ain't got the license y'all got, but guess what? I know what it is. And he's talking to another licensed agent. And the licensed agent said he talked to, what was it, 6 people in the same brokerage, and none of them knew what it is, knew what that was, but his mentor knew what it was. So I say all that to say this. You can't just rely on the people that you speak to on a daily basis. You got to be willing to go outside your comfort zone. You got to do some research. And this is just a perfect example that everybody don't know everything. You got to be open-minded to look at a different way. So I just wanted to say, guys, this is a licensed agent that I actually work for. I'm an acquisition manager through his company. This is his company. This is who I work for. Well, one of the people I work for. And he's telling you right out his mouth, hey, this is the situation. The properties are listed too high. The people that's listing the properties, no disrespect, but y'all not being upfront or being honest with the homeowner, saying, hey, realistically, the market is, woo. It's not what you think you could sell it for. It's okay, what is it today? We know we might be able to get it for, let's say the actual retail value is $150,000. We know it's a possibility we can get that. Why list it at $150,000 when you can list it at $80K or $90K? Get that, you get that bidding up, and guess what? Eventually, you're gonna come across somebody that's willing to give you what you want or close to it. This is chess, not checkers. And I understand that you're not making a decision, but you are a gatekeeper. You are the person that can have that conversation with the homeowner. I had conversations with homeowners where they crying on the phone because they can't get their property sold. They have liens on it and this is going on with their life. I'm looking at this as an investor like, hey, this is realistically, this is what we can do. And I'm going to walk you through the whole process. I've surrounded myself around seasoned people. I work for different companies. I have my own company. But I say all this because this is the major problem. The education is not being taught by the board, which is one of the reasons why I want to have a meeting with them. But I got to come correct. That's a whole nother story. But that's one of the reasons why I really want to talk to the government, the people that's making the rules, the people that's, hey, we need you to do this. We need this education. We need these licenses. I need to talk to them because it's a huge problem. I can go over the laws and etc. how it doesn't benefit the homeowner as much as it's supposed to. It's protecting the consumer, but at the same time, it's not. If we actually break it down and go through certain laws, watch, I can explain it. But I just wanted to do this video because this is just proof of, hey, you have to have that heart-to-heart with your seller. And I know it's a lot of sellers where they are difficult to work with. I understand that. Most sellers, they go off of the property appraisal report. And we know that's how much the lender is willing to lend on the property. I'm not saying it's not valuable at that, but what I'm saying is realistically, money talks. Money talks. So if somebody came in with that amount of money, you think they're really willing to spend that type of money on that property in cash when they can turn around and get a actual loan from a bank or do seller financing? Yes, the down payment could be negotiable, but think about that, just logically. And I'm not saying people don't do that, but what I'm saying is, what is that ratio? What is the odds? It's thousands of properties being listed every single day, probably more. How many properties are listed in the actual zip code that you are listing your property in? How long does it sit? I go back to days on market. Is it moving? Is it sitting there? After a certain amount of time, hey, we need to go back to the homeowner and say, hey, realistically, we overshot it. Whatever you got to do to fix the situation. Because I'm not saying this because, hey, I want the property. I'm saying this because I know it's a lot of homeowners that's hurting. They can't sell their property. They end up going into foreclosure because they can't solve the problem. And that's where we come in. We could solve it by doing this. Our job is to determine what's going on with the homeowner, which is a lot of the reason why a lot of investors like me, we try to build rapport. We want to know about the homeowner. Some people, they get it. Some people is like, I can't do that in my client. Okay, cool. I understand. Ethics, all that. Yeah, I got it. I'm in class too. But the point that I'm trying to make is we can't help the homeowner if the homeowner is looking at this from a greedy perspective and we looking at this like, hey, this is a business. We do this all day long. We could solve your problem if you solve ours. You get it? All right. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.